is using Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator in graphic design. When we are talking about graphic designs, more people think of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator programs that are very popular from beginner to professional. I've used both of these programs, but I'm not very skilled. The tools programs have their advantages and, and differences in working process. Users have to choose a program that is suitable for their work to make their work look perfect. Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator files have the same default Adobe file extension used for photo editing and graphics. Looking at the advantages of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop is used for editing photos and graphics, retouching, adding effects, and changing the color of images. It is often used for publications, magazines, and multimedia applications. This program is very popular with photographers. It can save any type of file, including JPEG, PNGs, and GIF. PSD files, on the other hand, can store all of the special Photoshop files, attributes such as layers, channels, color modes, and slides. Compared to Adobe Illustrator, which is a drawing program or graphic design work, it is an international design standard that can work in a variety of designs. Most of us tend to see work in form of images, vectors, or otherwise known as illustrations as cute cartoons. The most common regular file extensions are PDF files, PPS files, SVG files, and AI files. Let's move on to the differences between the features of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. As mentioned above, the advantages of Adobe Photoshop are more suitable for photo editing than drawing because of the tools within the Photoshop programs. It's a tool for photographers, photo editors, and photo retouchers. Although Photoshop is currently developing tools that are better images, but the functionality is not comparable to Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator is suitable for graphics within the program that has been asked for use in creating lines of various geometric elements. The program is suitable for creator or digital illustrators, including the fonts that we have drawn and written. These strokes are processed in mathematical formula with the ability of the program to create bigger strokes. The work using Adobe Illustrator includes such things as logo designs, mock-up products, and regular cartoon characters. The program is suitable for creative work, creative art, or digital illustrations. In conclusion, to make their work look perfect, users must choose a program that is appropriate for their work. If used incorrectly, it may cause the work to come out less than perfect. Two of the graphic design programs have their own features for good graphic design. Adobe Illustrator is good for creative work, such as creating vectors, illustration, business logos to detailed illustrations. Adobe Photoshop is good for editing photos. It is vector-based and uses pixels to create images. In the same way, the programs has goal to help all kinds of artists do many different kinds of work.
Okay. Of work, right?
Yes,
Okay. What's the main idea of your article?
um, main idea
What
uh,
is it all about?
use about the different advantages and differences between Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator
Mm-hmm.
graphic.
Okay. You said two
Yes,
programs have their advantages and differences in working process. Okay. I noticed here you only have two body paragraphs. What style do you use?
point by point style.
Could you explain why did you use point by point?
Um, I think it's more easy to understand
Okay,
for me.
how did you use point by point?
I explained the advantage first in the first paragraph, and the second paragraph I explained about the differences feature
Right.
about the programs.
So it's here, the same. So you used here actually similarities, good thing about them, and then on this body paragraph you talk about their differences, right?
Yes,
So that make it is a point by point style. So she did not. So did not use the subject. This one, Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. She did not use this as her point of comparison in the first body paragraph. She actually used, or she used these the advantages, and she used here the differences. Next time, it would be best if you actually use um, the word similarities instead of advantages. Okay. All right.
okay.
That's it. Thank you very much, It's a
Thank
very good
you.
presentation. Next, may we have Im? Are you here? You changed this spelling, by the way. Im,
Okay. What?
are you here? Im, Miss Im, is she absent? Let me check for a minute. She's not here. Why? Gift?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Hmm? Okay, start reading.
The dietary health of South Korea and America. To compare the diets of South Korea and America artists, have you ever wondered what the best diet is? Nutritionists are interested in how people eat differently. I have an answer for everyone today. I compare famous diets from around the world, including IU from
Hmm.
South Korea and Ariana Grande from United States. What to eat and how to exercise for them. It was not by chance that they were in such good shape. They were quite serious about eating. IU is a singer, songwriter, and actor from South. The Macarona diet is other name for IU's diet. This is a diet plan that K-pop stars take to regain their normal weight in preparation for music or TV comeback. I use 3 meals for her diet plan are as follows. First and foremost, an apple for breakfast. Second, for lunch, 2 sweet potatoes. For dinner, she will have 1 protein shake. Ariana Grande Butera is an actress and singer from the United States. She grew up eating meat and cheese because she is Italian, although she is a vegan. She does not consume a lot of Italian food. Arena no longer believes it will after seeing folks overnight in 2013 and her love for animals sealed the deal. She became a vegan. In addition to nutrition control, which contributes to 70% of us being in good condition, we also need to exercise our bodies in order to have a lot of muscles. Ayu has always had a fantastic body, and it's all thanks to her aerobics and exercise routines. Ayu lives an active lifestyle, preferring to run, do push-ups, jog, or stroll practically every day. These are the routines and exercises that keep her going, which is probably why people should look to her workout routines for inspiration. Arena claims that daily exercise is an important aspect of her plant-based diet and lifestyle. Casternet, her trainer, employs a special approach to keep her moving. She established a goal for herself to walk once per day, whether she's dancing to attain that objective or slowly walking on treadmill, treadmill while watching her favorite movie. I guess it's time to increase my 1,000 per day goal. As a result, both Asian artists from South Korea and male artists from America have diets that are fat-free at all times. The focus is on low-calorie foods, but the Korean side will clearly identify each meal, but the American side will not. No rice is permitted on the Korean side, and this is a stringent rule. It may be easier to get off the diet in America.
All right. So, what's the main idea of your article?
To compare diets of South Korea and American,
American artist. Okay. So, what style do you use?
I use 5 star
Because
because I compare the diet from South Korea and American together in one paragraph.
only in one paragraph. Are you sure?
One paragraph for what they eat, and the second paragraph what and how they exercise.
Right. So, you used your point by point style because your topic sentence. Where's your topic sentence? Topic in your thesis statement. Style.
Content famous
IUN.
and arena.
Okay. And then what's your point of comparison?
Um, what to eat and how to exercise.
Okay. I'd like you to put these two sentences into one. I compared famous diets from around the world, including IU, in terms of what to eat and how to exercise for them. Okay, so you combine these two. Okay,
Okay, okay.
right, very good. I just would like you to change the format of your essay. Please follow the one in our Google Classroom. Or let me check if it's changed here. Because sometimes it doesn't show all there. So please try to use double spaced. This purpose should be here. Title is down. Not here. Not here. It should be after purpose, okay?
Okay.
And that double space, correct for justify, very good. And I actually want to ask about where did you get this one? 70% of us being in condition. Where did you get this data?
This that information.
Mhm.
Um, I remember from YouTube.
YouTube. Okay. When we do research academic writing, it's very important to be accurate where we get our data. It's not just from what you heard. So you, if you can't remember where you've heard it, maybe you need to search where maybe it could will be there's a chance that you can find where did you get this. So next time, please try to search a source where you data where you can get really the source, or you could tell where did you get it. Okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's the only problem that we need to be fix. You need to fix. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Gift. Good job.
Thank you.
Your article is complete now. Next, may we have Kate? Are you here?
Yes. Sorry, teacher, that
Mhm.
I'm late for a bit.
It's okay. We're not going
Okay.
to check attendance today because this is the last week for completion.
Oh, okay.
You're not required to come in class if you're finished with your reading. Okay, please start.
Okay. First one is inner beauty and physical beauty. How physical beauty differs from inner beauty is that form beauty assumes that the one person which can be defined as anything that appears to another individual. Beauty is a unique term because you can't especially define the term because everyone has their own view and their own judgment on the topic. Beauty can be based of your personality, your look, or even your habit. Beauty can have different forms. There are own type of beauty, natural and artificial. Artificial. Physical beauty refer to the external appearance and sometimes that can be seen with the eye. Inner beauty is determined by the person's personality and character attribute. There are numerous dimensions Diversions of physical and inner beauty that can be attained or improved in a variety of ways, and it is valuable in its own way. It is subjective to determine whether someone is lowly within or external. Inner and outer beauty have differing quality and significance. These two beauty have the impact on people and they differ in a variety of ways, including how they are portrayed or what they sanity, how the people can obtain them, and the quality of the beauty. You can access someone physical actor with activeness without even meeting them or learning anything about their personality. Physical activeness is determined solely by a rainbow acid hair color, the distance between one's eye, and the size or shape of their cervical. A, a trail that gives another person visual pleasure is called outside beauty. In trait that person possesses that bring another person pleasure and neither continent well,
Hmm.
continent inner beauty
Contentment.
can be uh, contentment. Inner beauty can be defined as anything that isn't seen. The find the the
Factors.
fact the factors that influence someone's internal activities are numbers and compact. These variables including how they react to situations, their attitude, their sense of humor, and their self-assurance. Or of this inference is their worst degree in intensity, combined to form who a person is. Someone may find a person fascinating and internally attractive, while another does not. Although many people place a premium on physical beauty, inner beauty is more significant since it is more implement and present a person actual self. Presumably physical and internal beauty are two complete dis- distinct things, although they would have parallels. and contrast in difficult to define which is the most essential when everyone has a difficult definition of beauty. Yes, most people can't appreciate inner beauty because it's practical and ingenious. Beauty, a physical beauty had its advantage, but inner beauty is more sustainable and has considerable superior long-term benefits.
All right, what's the main idea of your article?
How the inner beauty differ from physical beauty.
In terms of
Uh, in terms of different form, right?
like
Uh, like personality,
what else?
our personality and habit.
Looks and
Looks
habits.
and habits. Okay.
What style did you use here?
Our comparison contrast
What style? Block or point by point?
block style
Okay, so you use block style because
because because the point of comparisons
we use
the
block
point of
style if we use as a topic is the topic in the thesis statement. We use point by point style if we use the comparison point of comparison as the topic. So if it's a point by point, there should be three body paragraphs. If it's a block style, it's only one. So here, did you use only one body paragraph? Okay.
yes
Did you use only one body paragraph?
no
Did you use only one body paragraph?
should I say yes or no, right?
This first is introduction, right?
Yes.
This is, how do you call this?
Body.
No, 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 this one.
Conclusion.
And how about this one?
Body.
How many body did you write?
One.
Right. So do you understand?
So it's the one. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
I understand.
it's block because you used,
One body paragraph.
aside from it's
Right.
one, you only have one topic, right?
Yes.
Physical and
Physical and inner beauty.
inner beauty. That's your topic of your thesis statement. For your concluding, or for not concluding, for your controlling idea, you have three: personality, looks, and
And
habits.
habit.
Now, if you use this, if you compare them using personality on your first body paragraph, and you use looks on your second body paragraph, and you use habits on the third body paragraph, that means you are using point by point. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
I
All
understand.
right, so let's go to for your format. I think you've heard what I told the last one. Gift would be the same. Try to use double spaced for your article, and then follow the format here. The type of essay should be here. Your
Okay.
purpose should be here. I didn't write the purpose of your essay, and then title. Okay. For your pronunciation, kindly check also these blue lines. There would be suggested correct word to be used. Okay, kindly repeat after me the word artificial,
Artificial.
determined,
Determined.
signify,
Signify.
possesses,
Possesses.
attractiveness,
Attractiveness.
significant,
Significant.
permanent,
Permanent.
considerably.
Considerable.
This one. Con.
Considerable.
You start with the first consider,
Consi- consi-
considerably,
considerably.
Durably. Okay. All right.
Considerably.
Thank you very much, Kate. You actually have here three flag passages, so please fix this. Um, the problem here is actually the word came from the website that you just copied. So to
Oh,
avoid
it's a
this
meaning
one,
word.
to avoid this one, please try to reword them. Try to use
Oh, okay,
paraphrasing
teacher.
tool. There are many free paraphrasing tool online. Or if you can do it by yourself, you can change the sentence but the same meaning. Why not? Okay,
Okay,
there are
teacher,
three here.
that's
You can
well.
see this one.
Mhm.
Your introduction. This is wholly copied. And your body, you have one here in the first, maybe third sentence in the body paragraph. And the last sentence of your body paragraph, those are copied from the internet. So please try to change them.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Kate. Good job.
Thank you.
Next, please. Do we have here? Is Amelia here?
Yes.
All right, great. Did you send your work?
Yes.
Here first. No flag passages. You only have one? Okay, we'll check later. Okay, please start.
Okay. I do is just box style, and my purpose is to compare and know in the city or countryside that people will get better health. Title is What does good health really mean? How do you maintain good health? Nowadays, people are increasingly focusing on health issues, but in terms of physical health, it's including mental health. These things are very important in our life. Many times we feel that good health affects the mind, and our personality improves as well. Such as exercise. The first factor that comes to mind when exercising is to keep the body healthy. Then what follow is a good personality, giving us confidence in doing viral activity. As a result, mental health has developed accordingly. Take good care of your health, not just being a good environment can have a hard impact on your mental health. In the countryside, relaxation is another way to take care of your health. Because if we think of the obligations that must be held accountable, one day we get sick with a symptom from a disease or mental health problem would have an effect on life more or less. Healthcare is to be in place where I feel to relax, both my body and mind. The best place for my relaxation is the simple place. What everyone may not think of much is at home, which many people think that a place of relations is a trip to workplace. It depends on how much personal space each person has at home. When we don't have to meet a lot of people, like in the city, you don't have to live according to the popularity of society, so you don't have to be under pressure or negative energy from others. Touch there is time to take care of our mental health, better physical health. It's important to choose a healthy diet, drink plenty water, and get enough rest that you need so that we can have a good health. It depends on the lifestyle, behavior, and statisticians of the individual. But most important things is body needs. We should learn is what way our body should be fit and shouldn't to eat food that are beneficial to the body in return for using the body to our activity in life.
Or that you're running. Okay. First thing, what's the main idea of your article?
uh, my main idea is just a good health teacher. Do you know more about good health like that?
What did you use in your thesis statement?
Thesis statement. Uh, ตรงไหนนะ I think the first factor that come to my exercising is to keep the body healthy. That is the thesis.
Okay. When we are making a thesis statement, you are not supposed to tell it in the introduction all the details. You're supposed to, this is actually your we call it the topic sentence or first sentence in your body paragraph. So this is supposed to be in your body paragraph. Because when you reveal it in your introduction, they would not for sure read your body paragraph anymore. Okay, and for your thesis statement, this is like the main. You don't need to tell exactly what is it. So what are you talking about is your good health, right?
Yes.
So that's your subject. So you make a thesis statement using your topic plus your controlling idea. So what are you going to compare with good health? Did you what is it?
Comparing with a good health
In the
is
city?
where you will live.
Yes, so you said it's either in the city or the countryside, right? So you compare
Yes.
the two. Now, in your thesis statement, you could have mentioned here about how to maintain good health when you are in the city or in the countryside. How different is it? That was supposed to be in your thesis statement. So if you could have time, please try to make a sentence here after your this one after exercising, because this one, the first factor, that should be in this body paragraph. Do you understand?
Excuse me, teacher. How the sentence would be, teacher?
You start with your topic, good
Uh-huh.
health.
Good health.
And then you're going to add your controlling idea, city and countryside, right? Amelia, you're there?
Yes, yes. I
Okay.
just thinking I had to say about city and the countryside after exercising.
Yeah. So
Oh,
here, instead of writing the first factor that comes to mind when exercise to keep the body healthy, so you can actually, but if you want to put this, like you make it into a background information, why not? It could be as well. You may not change this one. However, you need to remove this one and change it to first. Let's see. What style did you use here? Block or point by point?
block
Block
style.
style. So if you use block style, then you need to mention on your first body paragraph in the city and in the countryside. And then here you should to mention both in the city and in the countryside. You need to compare them. So you used which one? No, you should use point by point if that's what you mean. Oh, I'm confused now, Amelia.
I'm confused too, teacher, because I think that I used to compare with it is by paragraph, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I compare by a paragraph, but
I saw here mental health. What's your focus? Is it on physical health or mental health or both?
both, maybe
Both.
both.
Both. Okay. Maybe I'll just help you use. Let's stick with the easiest one, block style. So, in your thesis statement, you mentioned here in the city and in the countryside, there are differences on how to maintain good health. That could be your thesis statement. Did you hear me, Amelia?
Yeah.
So, in the city and in the countryside, differences and are how to maintain good health. So, you can remove Oh, you said here good. You actually mentioned mental health only. Okay. You remove this one, the two last sentences, and you include your thesis statement here, the one I mentioned earlier, in the city, okay? That's what you will put here. Are you following, Amelia?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you remove this. Now, you go to your body paragraph here. You need to make your topic sentence using um, in the city first. How do you take good care of yourself when you are in the city? That's what you're going to talk in your first body paragraph. For your second body paragraph, you mention about in the countryside. How about in the countryside? How do they maintain their good health? You can mention here physical health and health in both body paragraph. The only difference is that here you're talking about in the city. In the second body paragraph here, you're talking about countryside. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. And for your
Yes.
conclusion, it's easy. You get your thesis statement, the one that I mentioned here, the first
Uh-huh.
the last sentence that you're going to write there. It should be restated, so please use paraphrasing. That's what you're going to put here. And then second sentence is what you think about it or your opinion about it. And then the last could be maybe any lesson that you want to share.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So thank you very much, Amelia. I hope you can fix this before exam day.
Okay.
And this one,
Thank
it's
you.
not box style, it's block. Can you spell correct spelling BLOCK?
Yeah.
It sounds like box, no? A block style. All right, thank you very much, Amelia.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
good job. You still did your work. Okay. Next is Mimi here. We still have 6 minutes. Mimi.
Yes.
Okay. Did you submit your work? Here. Okay, please start reading.
Um, I am going to read my essay, The Difference Between Two Types of Fable, and their author. My purpose is to compare two types of novelists and their work, and my style is book style and organization. The difference between the two types of fable and their author. Have you read a soap and dream work for me? I used to read and watch cartoon when I was a kid or adult like to let their children watch cartoon at home or school. The purpose is to watch for fun, relieve stress and ease of Aesop and Butter Jim has their own different style. Now I am going to talk about and dream, character and style between Aesop and Jim Fable. Aesop Fable is a short story that teaches about the mind, which is a short story about our morality and teacher lessons to children. The tale will be inserted content fun good moods and not faithful, and most of the characters of Aesop fable are shaped by animals who will talk like people but will maintain the characteristics of those animals such as tiger, lion, rat, giraffes, and many others. The distinctive feature of Aesop's fable are its is a famous and entertaining story that is good for kids for an adult who still like to watch cartoons. The tales are all short story and essay and easy to understand so that the children are interested and are not too bored and have
Bored.
animal as the main character that the children usually like. Therefore, children love to watch cartoons. Aesop fables have been around for a long time. From generation to generation, there are many stories such as the lion and the rat. In the story The Lion and the Mouse, it means that the lion often represents the supreme forest power. Is like being a lot of the forest because of its formi-
Formidable.
formidable and terrifying appearance. As a rare animal, it is known as the Road of the Jungle. Jim's story is based on the Jim. In its theory,
Initially,
initially received a lot of negative reviews with a story that does not have a pretty and like we used to know as present. Later, they convert the story into something more gentle. It is it became more
readable.
readable readable when translated into other languages, and some of the violent content was also removed. But Jim's story is about people with different visions, like a small Alas,
Elf.
oh, magic, a small elf, Alas, Jim, an
Giant.
animal that has again kid teacher.
A large giant.
Um, a lot giant, an animal that had turned into a human, also who can transform into an animal, including starting with the class one who pulls a time, or the story we know well such as Snow White, Cinderella, Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty, Little Red Riding Hood. Rapunzel is about the girl with long hair. Each story has a different natural content. Each of Aesop and the Butter Jim Whiting has a certain unique style. The first story will give moral and give idea to children as if teaching them to think while watching cartoon for fun is so fable, make the story fascinating and
Fascinating.
does not fascinating and does not feel tedious. Is it is because of a short story. The Butter Jim writing will be about comics with more content is more of a human character than an animal. Both of the novelists have their style. The make is so memorable and simple story that give us moral why the thing that make Brother Jim memorable are his work used to make a movie and animation.
Okay. Um, I will ask you next meeting about what's the main idea of your article and what's the style because it's already time. Thank you very much for reading, Mimi. But please practice this word. Can you say this word? Character.
Character
Okay, characteristics.
char- char- uh, characteristic
It's still K sound. Characteristics.
characteristic.
Great. Okay. Good job, Mimi. Thank you very much for presenting again. And now, last comments for the two readers, Kate and Amelia. I'd like to give last one comment. Please try to remove your contractions that I noticed earlier. Please make it into a full word. Instead of can't, please use cannot, won't use would not, just to make it a formal. Okay, thank you very much for attending today. I will see you next meeting. If you didn't finish yet your that would be questions for Mimi, Pakad presentation, Perth presentation, B presentation, and Lita also. Okay, so goodbye, class. See you then.
See you, teacher. Thank you. Bye bye.